to get that prayer because
Yes. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Welcome to today's class. We are continuing with chapter number 8 of Bhagavad Gita. It is section 2, and we have already gone through the first 3 sections, that is up to verse 13 in the first session. And this chapter deals with the 8 questions which were asked by Arjuna to, because in the end of chapter 7, Lord Krishna used certain technical terms which Arjuna could not understand. And in the 8th chapter, first, second questions or first 2 verses are related to those questions. And he asks, what are those? What is Brahma? What is Karma? What is Adhyatma? What is Adibhut, Adideva, Adi Yajna? Where does Adi Yajna reside? And of course, how to remember Krishna or follow Krishna at the time of death. So this is what we have covered. So before we start and continue our discussion, let us have opening prayers. Any Mataji would like to say opening prayers? Hare Krishna.
Shall I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Sakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Satyana Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sa Jeevam Sa Advaitam Sa Adbhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Satyana Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Bitam Cha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pasyata Desa Tarine Vancha Kalputaru Bhyasa Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha.
Thank you, Mataji. So the 8 questions were asked by Arjuna, and those questions are answered. And last part, the last question, the 8th question, how to remember Krishna at the time of death. Lord Krishna elaborated on this point in a great length in the rest of the verses of the chapter 8. Now, first he said, now whatever one remembers, then yam yam vapi isman bhavam antkalecha. So Lord says that whatever thoughts come in your mind at the time, at that form or that state you are sure to achieve. So antkalecha mahavid, but whoever remembers me at the time of leaving this body, he attains my abode. There is no doubt of it. So starting with it, he said initially, then there was a verse, Kavim Puranam, and thereafter he discussed about Sat Chakra Yoga, which is a very, very difficult yoga for this age, in holding breath, focusing your eyes on your attention on in between the eyebrows, and controlling your breath and thinking of Lord Krishna all the time, meditating on his beautiful form, but that state was very difficult to achieve. So then further, what happens to such persons who are doing this kind of yoga? Lord discusses about that thing. Then ultimately he says that bhakti is the best. And bhakti is the best thing to do, or bhakti is the best yoga, because by doing bhakti, one has already attained the benefits which are given by karma yoga, jnana yoga, or any kind of hatha yoga or ashtanga yoga. So a bhakta, a pure devotee, is already, he is not bereft, he has already achieved all these ends. So we will continue with, so we have, you can see that these 2 sections we covered, 3 sections, we remember Krishna, practice remembrance through meditation. Meditation we have already discussed, such as yoga. Today we'll continue with verse 14, section number 4, that is 14 to 16. Yes, pure devotional service. Remember Krishna through pure devotional service or through bhakti. And how to remember? One has to practice remembrance of Krishna all throughout life. Then only at the time of leaving body, one can remember Krishna. Otherwise, all of us know when we are leaving body, when a person is leaving body, his mind is very clouded, the thought process is obstructed, and maybe there is some physical ailment, then there is lot of pain and consciousness is diverted to elsewhere, not towards Krishna. So if one practices all along the life, remembering Krishna by chanting, by doing devotional services, by not by acting all using all sense organs in the service of Lord, using all sense objects in the service of Lord for the pleasure of Krishna, without any without any philosophical speculation, without any karma, or without any gyan. That's pure bhakti. Anya avilashita sunyam gyan karmadi anavratam. This is from Nectar of Devotion. So this is how, by constant practice only, one can remember Krishna at the last moment. So by constant engagement in devotional service, one who undeviatingly remembers Krishna easily attains the Lord's abode, far from this miserable material world. This world is ashashvatam dukhalayam. It is ashashvatam means it is changing, it is temporary, it is not shashvat, it is not eternal, and dukhalayam because everybody is suffering from miseries. So we'll continue with 8.14. Yes, Bhavika Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
अन्य अन्यचेताः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थः नित्यं युक्तस्य योगिनः. For one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Partha, because of his constant engagement in devotional services. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ananya Cheta, the consciousness is not diverted, it is not multi-branched, it is Ananya, no other person. Ananya means no other. And what is other thing that besides devotional service one can think of? Gyan, karma, yoga. His Lord says, Ananya Cheta Satatam means constant effort. Yo Mam Smriti, person who remembers me, or Nityashad means on daily basis. Tasya aham sulabha. I am very easily obtainable to such a person. Parth Nitya yuktas yogina. So that means a part, because of his daily worship of me, daily remembrance of me, daily doing devotional service to me, for such a person, I'm very easily available. So pure bhakti means there is no Ananya Cheta means in the Cheta or the consciousness, there is no other thing. No jnana, no karma, or no other kind of hot yoga. But why Lord is saying this thing? What does, these all category of people or yogis, they are after some kind of material desire. Because karmi wants some kind of fruits or benefits of his results. So karmi is, then also the jnanis, they want some kind of relief from material desires. And the yogis, they want perfection in yoga. They want to merge into the Brahman effulgence. They want to, yogis, they want to attain some certain mystic power. So their desire is material. Whereas the desire of a pure bhakta is in devotional service, is just to please Krishna, just to please the senses or serve the senses of Krishna, so that he is pleased. He is not concerned with his own pleasure or sense gratification or his own sense satisfaction. And how does this devotional service is carried out? Any idea, anyone? How does a devotee perform devotional service or bhakti? There is certain, yes, Mataji.
By
By
constant
chanting.
Yeah, by chanting.
Hare Krishna, by
Yes.
Shravanam Kirtanam.
Yeah, that is very nice. But there are four mellows, four relationships that one establishes, five relationships that one establishes with Lord. What are those five rasas? Primary mellows or primary ras?
Vatsalya
Yeah. Yes, yes, Mataji, very nice.
and Mitra.
Sakyam, friend.
Mhm.
Oh, Prabhuji, may I?
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
शांतरस्य दास्यरस्य मधुर कांतरस्य साक्षरस्य and वात्सल्य भाव रस्य.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. So it is these five rasas have got a certain order. The first is Shant ras, second is Dasya, third is Sakya, fourth is Vasalya, and last is Madhurya. Madhurya is the highest, and Madhurya ras, Radharani was a perfect example of Madhurya ras. And similarly, Vatsalya ras, becoming parent of Lord Krishna is very, very difficult. So Devaki, Mother Devaki, and Vasudev, and also Yashodama, they had Vatsalya ras kind of relationship with Lord. Yashodama used to catch hold of Krishna, and even she would beat sometimes. So we tie, Damodar Leela, all of you know. So that is pure bhakti. There is no, in fact, and she did not understand that. She did not realize that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. She used to treat him as just only a small child of her own. And similarly, Dasi Ras, Sakya Ras, and also first is Shant Ras. So one performs devotional service in either of these rasas. So the Nityasha Smriti Nityasha, that is the goal here. Yes, Bhavika Mataji, this one also.
माम्योपेत्य पुर्जनं दुःख दुःखालय दुःखालयमशास्त्वतमन्
Ashashvatam.
न पुण्यनुवति नुवति महात्मनः संसिद्धि परम्परागताः. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never returns to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Hare Krishna.
So, what is the highest perfection? Highest, after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion, not mystic yogi, yogis in devotion, that means devotees who have become, who are the highest class of yogis, they never return to temporary world, which is full of miseries. This world is full of miseries. Srila Prabhupada has compared this world as with the prison. All of us are prisoners. And what does a prisoner want? He wants to come out of the prison. So he wants liberty to leave the prison. And all of us are in prison. So all of us have to make effort to get out of this prison, in fact, where there is nothing but suffering and miseries all along. And highest perfection is getting out of this and going to Goloka Vrindavan or the Krishna Loka. So this next verse is very, very nice. Yes, Mataji. This has to be memorized. Ah Brahma Bhulal.
आ ब्रह्म भूनालः
Bhuvanal.
भूनालो कोह पुनर्वारतिनो अर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. From the highest planet in this material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So, A Brahma Bhuvanal Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upete tu Kaunteya Punarjanma Vidyate. The highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, right from the Brahma Loka to the lowest place, that is, lowest is the Patal Loka. So all places are places of misery. Even Lord Brahma, we know that we consider it is to be the highest. Lord Brahma is also is material. He also has a life span. We know that one day of Brahma and one night of Brahma is equal to Kalpas. So we have already discussed this thing in earlier chapters. So, but one who reaches abode of Krishna, he never comes back. That means he does not enter into the cycle of birth and death. He does not enter into any of the lower planets once he reaches. So, A Brahma Bhuvna Loka, right from the Brahma Lok, A Brahma Bhuvna Loka, Punar Avartino Arjuna, all entities, living entities in all the higher planets even, are subject to repeated birth and death. Mam upetyu kante, one who attains me or my loka, punar jamna vidyate, he does not take birth again. That means he gets liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Now you can see in this picture, earth is at war everywhere. There is war, there is battle, there is unrest, there is, a lot of fighting, killing, murders, all kind of things are going on. Similarly, we can see that heaven, there is no peace in the heaven. Heaven also, Indra is always confused that somebody might take up his kingdom or mischief. So he is also planning and something. And of course, hell is just pain. We are living in material world which is comparable to hell, but hell, 26 types of hells have been described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And if you read those description of each of those hells, probably you will not sleep for at least 2 or 3 nights. It is so terrible condition there that one passes through those different kind of sins, and for each type of sin there is particular type of hell. So the hell is just pain beyond imagination. But Lord says that if one who attains my abode, he does not come back or does not enter into the cycle of birth and death. So this is the fate of the pure devotee who doesn't take birth again if one renders pure devotional service to Krishna. Now, section 5 compares the material world and the spiritual world. Now, Lord has described that this material world is ashashvatam dukhalayam. It is temporary and it is not eternal. It is annihilated, because we know material nature of Prakriti is constantly undergoing changes. Our material body is also constantly undergoing changes. Right since birth, we have passed through so many changes in our body. So, but the spiritual world is constant. It is unchangeable. It is eternal. So comparing the material and spiritual worlds, glories of Supreme Abode, Lord says the material world is continually being created and destroyed. All of us know trees are going, dying, earth is changing, plateau is changing, climate is changing, everything is changing here. Beyond this ocean of creation and destruction lies Krishna's abode, where he is present and he can be attained only by unalloyed devotion. Now, he is not present in Goloka, Vrindavan or Krishna Lok alone. He pervades entire creation. He pervades entire living entities in the form of super soul and individual soul. So he is not only seated in his own loka, that is Brahma, that is Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana, which is the highest of the planets. There are 14 planets. This is Bhuvar Loka. This is Bhuloka, Bhurloka, where we are Earth, which there are 7 planets, 6 planets above it and 7 planets below it. So Krishna Loka is the highest one, where Krishna is seated. But he is not seated there or resting there. He is present everywhere. In each and every atom, Krishna is present. So he is pervades. Now, what is the evidence? Because everything is not falling down from its place. It is held in its place, and it is perfectly creating or working in the cyclical orderly manner. It is not half-set. So Lord Krishna, earlier verse we have seen that all these universes are held like a pearl in the necklace. The thread of the necklace is not visible. The God Krishna is not visible, but the gems of pearls, they are held in position by presence of Krishna only. So and they are how perfect. Yes, anyone else would like to read next verse? Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
By human calculation, 1,000 of ages taken together from the duration of Brahma one day, and such also is duration of his night. Bhagavad Gita 8.17.
Okay. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's one day. 1,000 ages taken together, and such also is the duration of his night. Anyway, we'll come to it. We'll discuss about it, yogas. Yes, Prabhuji.
At the beginning of Brahma day, all living entity became the manifest from the manifest state, and there after when the night fall, they are merged into a unmanifest again.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And again, when Brahma day arrives, all thing entity became into a being. And with the arrival of Brahma night, they are helplessly uh,
Annihilated.
unhelitated. Bhagavad Gita 8.19.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, does anybody remember the duration of each yoga? In 4 yogas are there. Just name the 4 yogas. Anyone?
Yes, Prabhuji. Satya Yug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug,
Yes.
which is running.
Yeah. So, what is the duration of Kali Yuga, Prabhuji, or any Mataji?
Around 4 lakhs, Prabhuji.
4,32,000 Mataji. Dwapar is double, 6 lakhs, 8,64,000. Treta is 3 times of Kali Yuga, and Satyuga is 4 times of Kali Yuga. Is it okay? Just remember one thing, 4,32,000. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 only, and hardly 5,200 years have passed, which is called, this is the golden age of Kali Yuga in which we are living. And is it really golden? So much of suffering, so much of war, unrest, lies, theft, murder, every violence. So this is the golden period anyway. What the worst is yet to come anyway.
And Prabhuji, Dwapar Yug was double. Means Kali Yug
Dwapar is double, Treta is 3 times, and
8,64,000.
yes, 4 times Satyuga. So
Prabhuji,
this is
4,32,000.
yes, Mataji, 4,32,000. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000. Now, this is the combination of one Satyuga, one Treta, one Dwapar, and one Kali Yuga is called one Divya Yuga. 1,000 Divya Yugas make up one Kalpa, and one Kalpa is equal to 12 hours or day of Brahma. Another Kalpa makes night of Brahma. 2 Kalpas make 1 day of Brahma. So now, by human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's 1 day. Brahma's 1 day is equal to 2 Kalpa, and 1 Kalpa is equal to 1,000 Divya Yugas. And 1 Divya Yuga means one combination of all the 4 yugas. Is it okay? So just so this is duration of his. Now there is one thing more. In between, if you remember the chart which we discussed, there were sandhyas when one yuga ends and the another yuga begins. There is a period of sandhya or period of transition which is called, right? So and this Mahabharata took place at this sandhya period when Dwapar was ending and Kali Yuga was just about to start, So by human, this is the duration. Now, every living entity or every material nature is annihilated 3 times. First, human being, let us take living entities, they have a natural death time, right? One is second and third death takes place on the change of days of Krishna, Brahma. When all manifest become unmanifest, that means whatever जो प्रकट है वो समाप्त हो जाता है, फिर उसके बाद में फिर जब ब्रह्मा का दिन शुरू होता है तो फिर प्रकट हो जाता है. So manifest means which is visible, which has existence. So when Brahma's day starts, everything is manifest. When Brahma's night falls, everything is unmanifest. And of course, the living entity has got their own death. So there are 3 times when annihilation or unmanifestation takes place. So At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state, and thereafter, when the night falls, they are merged into the manifest, unmanifest again. Now, in verse number 19, again and again Brahma's day arrives. Sorry. Again and again, Brahma's days arrives, all living entities come into being, and with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. This is 8.19. So I think, is it clear? There are 4 yugas. Combination of 4 yuga is 1 Divya Yuga. 1000 Divya Yuga make up 1 kalpa. 1 kalpa is equal to 12 hours of day of Brahma, and another kalpa makes 12 hours of night of Brahma, and this 2 kalpa make Brahma's 1 day. And manifestation happens when there is a change in the day and night. So this has to be remembered. Now, cyclic creation and annihilation, Brahma's day. Yes, Prabhuji, you were reading this one. Pankaj Dubey.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. 1 minute, Prabhuji. Huh?
Sure.
Brahma day. At the beginning of Brahma, the day all entity became manifest from the manifest state. Brahma night. At the night Brahma, they merge
Into unmanifest.
into manifest again. It is same.
No, it is different, Prabhuji. Brahma's day and Brahma's night.
Day and night. Okay, yes, Prabhuji.
So this is what is happening. And you can see this picture to describe Brahma's day is, there are sun rays, it is daytime. And this is night time when the sun is no longer there, moon is there. So how this is happening? Manifestation and unmanifestation. Yes, Richa and Mataji wanted to read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You raise your hand, please.
Parastamatu bhavonyo vyakto vyaktat sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. Yet there is another nature which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is.
Yeah. Parastat smatu bhavo anyo vyaktyo avyakta sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nasyatashu na vinashyati. There is another loka which is not affected by this transition of day or night of Brahma, and that is Krishna loka. That is Vaikuntha. You can see Narayan form here, Lord with Krishna with 4 forms, and you can see Lord Shiva and other all demigods praying to him. So he is not affected. That is eternal spiritual world, which is called Krishna's, the place of Krishna loka. That is not affected by any kind of, that is neither annihilated, neither it becomes unmanifest. It is always manifest. It is eternal. It is not described. Now, after describing the spiritual world, that is Krishna loka, now Krishna will describe in further verses how to attain that abode which is so beautiful and transcendental. Yes, Mataji.
That which the Vedantists describe as unmanifest and infallible, that which is known as the supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never returns. That is my supreme abode. Bhagavad Gita 8.21.
Yeah, please
The
continue.
supreme personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all pervading and everything is situated within him. Bhagavad Gita 8.2.
So, 2 things are mentioned. Firstly, Krishna loka never gets unmanifest. It is eternal, it is transcendental, and it is always present, whether Brahma's day or Brahma's night. So we'll come to know about this furthermore in our another graphic presentation. But Lord Krishna says that Krishna is, of course, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's the greatest, and of course, he can be attained only by pure devotional service. No other means, no jnana, no karma, no hatha yoga, or no shat chakra yoga, or no ashtanga yoga. Although he is present in his abode, we have already discussed this point, he is present in his abode, that is Krishna Loka, but he pervades entire creation, whether it is living or non-living, even to the smallest, smaller than the smallest, that is we heard yesterday, that he pervades even he is smallest when we remember Kavim Puranam, that is mentioned that he is the smallest of the small. So he is pervading through in living entities as soul or super soul, and or the consciousness, divine consciousness in all kind of living forms. He's all pervading and everything is in him. Now in chapter 11, we will have evidence of this fact, that when Lord Krishna shows his, exhibits his, universal form, all universes, all demigods, all living entities, all kind of life forms, they are located within him. And earlier also Krishna has said in chapter 7 that everything is in me. One who knows that everything, I am in everything, and I am, everything is in me, is a Mahatma, or is a great soul. So, yes, Mata, description of a spiritual, now comparison of a spiritual and material world. And you will remember in chapter 15, perhaps, this Urdhva Moolam, that this material world is just but the inverted replica of spiritual world. So this is the difference between the spiritual world and the material world. So a description or graphic representation of two is given here. After this, Prabha Mataji will be reading. Richa Chen, Mataji, please continue. Description of
spiritual world and Lord's abode. Absolute nature.
Yeah, Mataji, this is now Lord is describing his abode. How to attain, this is part of the theme now onwards. So abode is absolute nature. Yes.
Krishna's abode is non-different from him, eternal, free from birth and death, infallible. Krishna's superior energy is opposite to the material energy in quality, unlimited bliss, opposed to the material world, which is full of miseries, fulfills all desires, all attractive, unmanifest to mundane eyes, transcendental to manifest and unmanifest, supreme destination, a place of no return. 8.15 to 15.6.
So Lord said in 16 verse 8.16 there said, Mam upeti tu kaunteya punarjanna vidyate. So that is a point of no return. So these are the qualities of, Krishna Lok or Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna resides. It is absolute nature. That means it is not different from him. We know that Lord's name and form, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, the form is there before our eyes. That because the name and form of Krishna are not different. But for us, if somebody asks, who are you? We tell, I am Mr. Such and such. But are we, I am, but who really you are? We are identifying ourselves with our designation, with our name, with our position in society. But actually, we are not that. That is a temporary thing only that has been acquired or given by someone to us. So our real identity is not our real name or designation or the power or the opulences of wealth or our physical positions that we are. We are different from that. Is that my name is that who you are. We say that my name is, that means I am different from this name. So Krishna, it is absolute. There is no difference between him and his name. So when we remember Krishna, we are doing chanting or doing any or thinking of Krishna, we are thinking of his name, we are thinking of his form, we are thinking of his attributes, we are thinking of his pastimes also. So Krishna is all in one. When Krishna, you say Krishna, everything is evident. It is eternal. Does not. It is. There is nobody, no death. Or in Krishna Loka, the bodies of devotees are transcendental. They are not material. So they don't subject. They are not subject to any kind of change. What are the four changes we are subject to in our life? Anyone? Richa Mataji? What are the four changes that we take place, or six changes that take place in our material body?
From childhood, from infant to childhood, then to youth, then to old age, and then to finally death.
Then Mati Jaravyadi. These are four changes which are taking place. Basically, so but here in the Krishna Loka, there is no such change. And of course, as you said, that there is birth, then there is growth, then person stays for some time, then there stays for then produces some kind of effects, and after effects there is dwindling, and ultimately the person vanishes or there is death. So these are six changes in detail, but four changes: Janmati, Jarabhati. It is also infallible. Krishna's superior energy is opposite to it. We are fallible. We fall down from our position as a part and parcel of Lord or eternal servant of Lord. We fall down and we consider ourselves as Lord. We try to lord over the material nature. We try to show our ownership. So, but Lord is infallible. Infallible. Achyut. Achyut means one who does not fall down from his position, one who never fails to protect his pure devotees. That is why Krishna is called Achyut. Then unlimited bliss. There is no misery. There is bliss and bliss only, always. Transcendental bliss. We call it happiness, which is temporary only, but that is eternal, transcendental bliss. All desires are fulfilled. It is all, wherever Krishna is akarshani. Krishna means all attraction. The meaning of word Krishna is all attractive, because Krishna is there. It is unmanifest to mundane eyes. We are material person, we cannot have the concept, or we can't perceive Krishna Loka. Transcendental to manifest, and it is transcendental, so it does not get manifest or unmanifest. It is eternal, ever present. Supreme destination. There is no destination higher than Krishna Loka, and there is a place of no return. So this is the description of Krishna Loka. Now he will tell how to attain it. Yes, who would like to read now? Who has raised hand? Sham Prabha Mataji, please. Would you like to read? Please unmute yourself.
Can I, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the last section.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Mataji, please.
Okay. Section, yeah. The supremacy of devotion in attaining the supreme. Subsection A, 8.23 to 8.26, attaining the supreme through mystic yoga. Subsection B, 8.27 to 8.28, supremacy of bhakti in attaining the supreme.
So,
Hare Krishna.
we are all through Bhagavad Gita, the highest yoga is Bhakti Yoga. So now supremacy of devotion in attaining the supreme. So this is the fastest and most easy or easiest method. Devotional service is the easiest method of attaining Krishna. So subsection A deals with through mystic yoga. We have already heard meditation and Sat Chakra yoga, which are so difficult. Meditation, we can't, your mind is so turbulent and disturbed that even Arjuna was disturbed. He said that my mind is so turbulent. But Chanchala Mana Krishna. He says that my mind is so turbulent, so obstinate, and so powerful that I am not able to concentrate. So what to talk of us? Attaining the supreme through mystic yoga, which is a futile exercise. Then section 2 deals with bhakti is the best in attaining the supreme. So these sections, these verses, yes, Mataji, please. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, same screen is there, Prabhuji.
The screen changed?
Now I got it.
Yes.
Shall I?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Yatra kale tvanavrittim ma vrittim chaiva yoginaha prayata yanti tam kalam vakshyami bharata shabha. O best of the Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Mataji. So now Lord is going to describe the period of death or the time of death when person dies. You know, there are Krishna Paksha, there is Shukla Paksha. 15 days, there is moon days, and there is 15 days, there is dark days. Then there is, Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, when sun is in the northern hemisphere and when sun is in the southern hemisphere. You remember this Bhishma Pitama, he waited for sun to go into the northern hemisphere, then he had Iksha Mrityu. He was, had this opulence or this supreme power of deciding the time of his death, because he knew that if he dies in Uttarayan, he will never return. But those who die in Dakshina, when the sun is in the southern hemisphere, they return. Those who die in, in the Shukla Paksha, they have a bright chance of going to higher planets and not coming back. But those dying in the Krishna Paksha or the dark fortnight have a chance, have a little chance of staying in higher planets. So the different yogis, what time they die determines their destination ultimately. So this is the description. Yes, Mataji?
Yeah. Screen, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please. 2.4, 2.4 and 2.5.
Oh. Those shloka is not needed, no?
No, shloka not given, just the meaning is given.
Okay.
Just
Okay, Prabhuji.
the translation.
Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. 8.25 The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, reaches the moon planet, but again comes back. Hare Krishna, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is a very graphic description. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain the Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light at an auspicious moment of the day. So many things are given here. First is yogis who know Supreme Brahman or who know Lord Krishna. They pass away during the period of light, that is the Shukla Paksh. Auspicious moment of the day. What is the auspicious moment of the day? The morning time, the Brahma Muhurta is the most auspicious day. Night is full of passion, mode of passion. Daytime is full of, night is full of ignorance. Daytime is full of passion. And the Brahma Muhurta is mode of. So those persons who die in the Brahma Muhurta period, that is the best time. The Shukla Paksha is another best period. And during the fortnight to maximum, and during the 6 months when the sun is in the north, that is Uttarayan. And this is what Bhishma Pitama waited for to leave his body. And the mystics now mystic yogis, I told you mystic yogis, they want a material desire. They want to attain some mystic perfection in mystic yoga. They want to attain certain kind of opulences by performing, or Shakti by performing certain kind of yogic exercises. We know the examples, Ravana, he did lot of tapasya and tapsa and austerities, and he tortured his body so much so that why he wanted to create a ladder direct to heaven, so that he, along with his all citizens, could go to heaven directly without leaving body. So these kind of people, they always not normally pass in dark phase, that is Krishna Paksh. maybe in a period of passion or ignorance of a particular day, and thus when the sun is in south or in Dakshin, the southern hemisphere. So, yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Please.
Prabhuji.
Sorry,
Now,
this one.
the
Yes.
side one.
Yeah, side. According to Vedic opinion.
According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world. One is light and one is darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back. But when one passes in darkness, he returns. Bhagavad Gita 8.26.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
So,
Prabhuji.
it is
Dhanyavad.
very clearly mentioned here what happens. Now, Krishna has talked about mystic yogis, has talked about karmis and jnanis, what is their destination. But what about the devotees? Devotees are pure devotees of Krishna. For them, there is no period of death. Whatever they die, whether it is Krishna Paksha or Shukla Paksha, they are sure to reach Krishna Loka or the Goloka Vrindavan, and they do not return, irrespective of what the Uttarayan or Dakshinayana is there, Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha is there, the auspicious time of day or night is there. Whenever they pass, they are sure to reach Krishna Loka. So, what devotees are higher as compared to these. Now, this is a graphic description. Mataji, please read this one also. Who are the persons, then what time they pass away, and what is the result?
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Ways of leaving the body. Practitioners, persons. Yogis, jnanis. Time period in light, etc. Result, attain Brahma Jyoti.
We know Mayavadis or yogis and mystic yogi, they merge ultimately into the Brahma Jyoti. And normally, because they have done certain penances and sacrifices, and the purpose of all kind of karma yoga, or all kind of jnana yoga, or all kind of yoga, yogic exercises, Ashtanga yoga, is the purpose is to know Krishna. So ultimately, their route is very long. They are on misdirected intelligence, in fact, or they have taken a longer route. They have not taken direct shortcut to Bhakti Marg. So they ultimately, their realization is limited, but they attain Brahma Jyoti. They merge and they do not take birth again. Now, what about Karmakandis? Yes, Mataji.
Karmakandis, in darkness, etc. Later, attain heavenly planets and then return to earth.
Thank you.
Okay, Karmakandis in darkness, attain heavenly planets and then return to earth. Hare Krishna.
So, Karmakandis, here the indication is towards Nishkam Karma Yogis. Those who do not enjoy the fruits of or results of their activities, but offer them to Krishna, those are Karmakandis, and also Sakam Karmakandi. But here the mention is in relation to Nishkam Karma Yogis. They pass in darkness. That is period of darkness, that is a particular day, afternoon or night, maybe Krishna Paksh, and maybe when sun is, the moon is in the southern hemisphere. So they pass away leave body in darkness, but they attain heavenly planets because they have offered results of fruits of their actions to Krishna. They have worked in a Nishkam manner. So they attain heavenly planets, but as soon as the credit of their good actions or good activities is over, they return to earth again. What about devotees? Yes, Mataji.
Devotee, anytime, attain Krishna Loka. Hare Krishna, Dhanyavad.
The highest position lies with the pure devotees of Krishna, who Mam Upeti tu Kaunteya Punarjanma Videte. One of right from the Brahma Loka to all other planets, there is repeated birth and death. People come and go, suffer. But one who does broad devotional service to Krishna, or surrenders and does pure devotional service to Krishna, does not take birth again or does not return to this earth. So they attain my loka. Yes.
Hare
Anyone
Krishna
else?
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I'm so sorry I'm interrupting in between
No
just
problem.
because I may forgot this. Prabhuji, what are the ETCs here? ETC,
Etc.
time
means
period,
in light, etc. You know, three things are given, Mataji, in verse number 24 and 25. Three times are mentioned. The auspicious time of the day, then the Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh, and third was when the moon is Uttarayan in sun, sorry, not moon. The sun is in the northern hemisphere or in the southern. I probably mistakenly said moon. It is not moon. It is, we are talking about sun only. So these are three. Etc. means in light means Shukla Paksh, auspicious time of the day, or northern hemisphere, sun is northern. Etc. is those things.
etc. It means any time. I mean, it could
No,
be written
Mataji,
any
there are,
time.
please try to understand. There are three
Yeah.
factors, three periods of one can die. Say today, day begins with the morning and ends in the night, right? So
Right.
morning time is considered to be auspicious. The daytime is considered to be in a mode of passion, and the night time is considered to be in mode of ignorance. So the
Mhm.
auspicious time of the day is to die if one leaves body in the morning time, right? Brahma Muhurta. Second aspect is Krishna Paksh or Shukla Paksh, which lasts for 15 days each in a month. Is it okay? So the light is mentioned here for is Shukla Paksh. And the third factor, which is bigger, 6 months period when sun is in the northern hemisphere, and Uttarayan or Dakshinayan, that is in southern hemisphere. So etc. means that this is light means Shukla Paksh, etc. means auspicious or inauspicious time of the day, and also Uttarayan or Dakshinayan. All these etc. stand for.
Yeah. Now I got it.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
for the devotee, anytime, whether it's Shukla Pakshi, Krishna Pakshi, Uttarayan or Dakshinayan, or whether morning time or evening time or night time, he is attaining Krishna Loka. So this is what Lord Krishna is telling us. How to attain Supreme Personality of God. The very name of chapter is like this. Yes, Srila Mataji, you raised your hand. Last two verses, please read you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Naite Sriti Partha Janyan Yogi Muhati Kachana Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavarjuna. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Before be always fixed in devotion.
So the devotees know these three factors: auspicious or inauspicious time of day, Shukla Paksh or Krishna Paksh, or the sun is in Uttarayan or Dakshinayan or southern or northern. Devotee knows, but he does not bother for it. He does not think that, oh, this is Krishna Paksh. If I'm going to die, I will go to such and such loka and I will come back. And no, he is not bothered about it. He has totally surrendered to supreme will of Krishna. And this is a perfect example. We can see Srila Prabhupada ji. He had devoted every moment of his life to Krishna. So he was never bewildered. He had 2 heart attacks, while traveling in a cargo ship to New York. And then he had no money. He had no place to stay. He had very little food to eat. But he was so dedicated and surrendered soul that he achieved what his spiritual master had instructed him to achieve. That is, go to Western countries, English-speaking world, and spread the message of Lord Krishna. And second was that if you have money, then at some point of time, if you have money, publish some certain books on Krishna or religion. So he is the living, in fact, the perfect example of a devotee who is a surrendered soul, who was never bewildered. 2 heart attacks. And when it was 1969, at the age of 69, a person has heart attack. Probably we can't imagine our own fate. But he was so determined because Krishna was with him. And he ultimately, and he has, mind you, he has assured that just do chanting and pure devotional service to Krishna. And I assure you, these are words of Lord, this is Srila Prabhupada, that I guarantee you, guarantee for you the backdoor entry to Krishna Loka. This is what he has said to foreign devotees. So pure devotees are never bewildered because they know the Krishna will take care. They are not worried where they are going, what time it is day, or while leaving body. So we can see these great souls. Yes, Mataji, this one also. Srila Mataji.
Videshu yagyeshu tapahasu chavaha daneshu yat punyaphala pradishtam atyeti tattvasarvamidam viditvam yogi param sthanmu pati chadyam. A person who accepts the part of devotional service is not benefit of the benefit of the result derived from studying the Vedas, performing austere sacrifices, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. At the end, he reached the supreme abode.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Prabha Mataji, would you like to read this verse? Is very beautiful. It is virtually a song.
Yes, Prabhuji. Deshu yagneshu tapassu chaiva daneshu yat punya palam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanam upati chadyam upaiti chadyam. Dhanyavad, Prabhuji.
Beautiful verse, and this is the last sloka of this chapter. Person who accepts the devotional path or devotional service is not bereft of the results. Bereft of result means that the results are not, in fact, he is not deprived of those results which are achieved by studying of Vedas, that is Jnanis, performing austere sacrifices, that is yogis, and giving charity or pursuing philosophical. These are philosophical speculators or Mayavadis, and lastly, fruitive activities, karmis. So that means a person who is a pure devotee, he attains all fruits which a Nishkam Karma Yogi, a Jnani, or a Ashtanga Yogi achieves by performing those long exercises. So a pure devotee has already attained the jnana of Vedas, all kind of yogic exercises, all kind of charities, all kind of speculative, intelligence one attains. He is already attained if one has surrendered to Krishna and does pure devotional service to him. So he is not bereft. He is not deprived of those results which these people achieve. Though he is not doing anything. He is not doing anything else than devotional service. He's not reading Veda. He's not doing any kind of Ashtanga yoga. He's not doing any kind of Satchakra yoga, or not any kind of meditation. He is devoting each and every second of his life in pure devotional service of Krishna, chanting, doing activities which please Krishna. So anya avilashita shunyam gyan karmadi anavritam anukulena krishnanu anushilinam bhaktir uttamam. That is the highest form of bhakti which Krishna does. Performing activities which please Krishna, which are as desired by Krishna. And gyan karmadi anavritam, without any kind of attaining jnana or knowledge of Vedas or Vedic scriptures, or karma means any kind of fruitive activities of nishkam karma. So this chapter, chapter number 8, has quite a couple of verses which must be memorized. Yam vapi smaran bhavam ant kale cham. So these some verses are there which you find that they are so lovingly mentioned. So I would request you to please memorize some of these verses. Just point out. Abrahma Brubla Loka, Punaravartin Varjana, Mamupet Punarism, this 8.16. Mamupet Punarism, this is also good. This is also good for 14. Ananya Cheta Satatam Yo Mam Smriti Nityasha. Lord Krishna himself is Ananya Cheta, without any deviation of his consciousness. Satatam means constantly or regularly. Yoma, one who Smriti remembers me daily on day-to-day basis. Thus aham sulabha. I am very easily obtainable to such a person. Parth Nityuktasi Yogina. So person who is constant engagement in devotional service, he is very, very dear to me and I am very dear to him. This verse is very nice. And then Prayad Kale Mansachalini, this is also important, that whatever bhav or thought we have at the time of leaving body, one is sure to attain. Kavim Puranam, this is a form while leaving body. If one thinks any of these form, this is also a different. But the Prabha Mataji, please read this one also. This is the same as 28. Kavim Puranam
Yes, Prabhuji.
Anushavaram.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, please sing it. So beautiful indeed.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
8-9 is it?
yeah, 8.9.
1 minute. I'll take out my book on Kavim Puranam, right?
Yeah, yes.
Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyam Samanusmaredyah Sarvasya Dhataramachintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat.
Thank you, Father.
Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad Prabhuji
It
for
is so
giving me the
beautiful.
opportunity.
No, it
Thank
is
you
such a
so
beautiful
much.
verse. I think this shall be posted tonight, maybe tomorrow. Please, Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajante Kalebram. This is also very good verse. And this Ant Kale Chamavi Smaran Vipta Kalebram. Ya Prayati Samad Bhavam Yati Nastet Sansra. At the time of leaving body, one who remembers me, and this is what happened with Ajamila. Iha Prayati Samad Bhavam, one who is absorbed on my thought at that time. Yati Nastyatra, he attains my abode. Yati Nastyatra Sanshay. There is no doubt about this, that one is going to attain my abode, but if one gives. So we come to end of this beautiful chapter. Now, Bhakti Yoga, chapter number 7 to 12, all are so beautiful and so striking. And Lord Krishna has graphically given so much of clear insight into how to have knowledge of him, how to attain him, and what happens if we do not proceed in this direction. So we come to end of this chapter. Thank you very much, Prabhuji and Mataji, for any questions or doubts or addition, correction you would like to please come forward. You are welcome.
May I say something?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, what I actually assimilate these days when this Bhakti Yoga chapter has started, I have assimilated even in the last two verses, what I have read, that even in the Bhakti Yoga, there is a Nishkam, Purna Nishkam Yoga is actually in a Bhakti Yoga. The last verses, when you are dying, even as you have explained about the characteristic feature of the Srila Prabhupada, that even he was not bothered that he had one severe heart attack, but still he was doing his work, and without thinking whether which kind of loka or what kind of gati he will attend. So what I have estimated, please correct me, that Bhakti Yoga is actually Purna Nishkama Yoga.
Yeah, perfectly correct, Mataji. Nishkam Karma Yoga, you remember Lord Krishna used a new word, Srila Prabhupada gave a new terminology. Nishkam Karma Yoga is Bhakti Yoga. So that name was given Buddhi Yoga. You remember in second chapter, Buddhi Yoga word was used.
Ji.
So Buddhi Yoga is Bhakti Yoga. Buddhi Yoga is not anything different from Bhakti Yoga or devotional service. So
Ji Prabhuji. Ji.
Because, karma is required to attain bhakti. Gyan is required to attain bhakti. So karma plus nishkam karma, out of karma, nishkam karma plus applying knowledge to it, it becomes buddhi yoga. And buddhi yoga is, of course, intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence is to go back to Godhead, back home to back to Godhead. That is our intelligence. That intelligence is that we are part and parcel of Lord, that we are eternal servant. By default, because of our past karmas, we are suffering here in this Ashashvatam Dukhalayam. We are here because we did lot of sins in previous lives. But now the knowledge is given by Krishna himself directly. So it is the best opportunity to seek liberation from this, the freedom from this kind of place.
Ji
Is
Prabhu.
my point clear, Mataji?
Ji Prabhuji. Ji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Chanda Mataji.
Prabhuji, just what goes in my mind, like instead of thinking about the loka, that what karma I have done or what loka I will get into, or what may be the consequences when the which karma, the present karma, what I am performing will give me what. Instead thinking of all this, if the soul is thinking about only the lotus feet of Krishna, however, I don't know any knowledge, I don't know any rituals, even though just my urge is to be in the lotus feet of Krishna. So what it leads to? Do the soul need to understand that what kind of loka he will get, or what the consequences will lead to him to go there? Just it's a simple question when it arises. So when I think about the rituals, where my soul, as if I talk about myself, it's only I see when I close the lotus feet. When I want to see just the lotus, I want to chant just only the Krishna Hare Krishna. That's it. Apart from nothing, the urging is not like anything, and I don't think about the karma also, and what karma I have done, that also I don't want to know. And even in next birth, I don't know, I don't have any urge except that, however, in whatever the sense, in whatever the atom or kana I will be, I just want to be there. So
Very nice observation, Mataji. I'll sum up whatever you have said by just giving one example.
yes,
Now,
Prabhuji.
the example of, Narad Muni, all of you, that he was very jealous of all gopis. So he was doubted that gopis are the real devotees of Krishna. So he goes, when Krishna had gone to Dwarika, then he goes to Vrindavana. He meets gopis and he tells that, look, Krishna has got a severe headache. And first he went to Brahmaji, then he went to Shiva, then he went to Indra, so many demigods. And he explained that Krishna has got severe headache and he needs dust of your feet which can cure his headache. So everybody, right from Brahma, Indra, and all those demigods, they said, no, we will be going to hell if we apply it, dust under our feet is applied to Krishna's head, so we can't give it. When we went to gopis in the Vrindavana, and then what happens? The gopis so elated, they were very upset. Krishna has got such severe headache. What service we can do? He said, Narada said that Krishna's headache can be cured only by if the dust under your feet is taken by me to Krishna and he applies it on his forehead, the headache will go. So they were very happy. Such a simple solution. They immediately gave the dust under their feet. They never bothered that they will go to hell, because we consider, in fact, Lord as supreme. How can the dust of our feet? We can't touch Lord with our even hand, or what to talk of feet. So they were not scared about their feet. They were so pure devotees. What you are saying, Mataji, is just pointing. You don't need any kind of knowledge for bhakti. You don't need any kind of ritual. You don't need any kind of, what you need, just chanting, doing devotional service all the time, and also doing all activities in mode of goodness only.
Yes,
These
Prabhuji.
three items will push us. Let us forget what will happen to us, or God will decide us. Leave it everything to Him. because he has given us birth, he has given us all resources, he has given us this opportunity to listen his name and form about his pastimes. So Lord, Lord has Lord has assured you know that he assures that whatever you lack, I provide you, and whatever you have, I preserve it. This is Lord Krishna has said.
Prabhuji,
Thank
you are rightly said. And one another example was there in a Mata Shabri, as she has given her already eaten fruit to Sri Ramachandra,
Yeah.
because she only what she wanted, that he must have the sweet fruit rather any sour. So her intention was also pure.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. And both gopis, and the example of Shabri that you mentioned, Mataji, and also Vidur's wife, they had not read any shastras, they had no nishkam, they had not done any nishkam karma, they had pure soul, they were just loving souls to Krishna.
Yes.
Vidur's wife, example, perhaps you know,
Yes,
Yudhishthira
Prabhuji.
has
Yes,
called,
Prabhuji.
Yudhishthira had called Krishna
Duryodhana,
for a
Duryodhana
dinner.
had.
Yeah, called for a dinner, a very sumptuous dinner was laid out, but Krishna preferred to go to Vidur's kutir, where Vidur was not there, his wife was there, and Krishna arrived. What that time, Vidur's wife had nothing, no food cooked at that time. She had only some bananas, but she was so elated seeing Krishna at her kutir that what she was doing, she was throwing the fruit of banana away and giving the peel skin of
Yes.
bananas to Krishna to eat, and Krishna was enjoying it, eating it very happily. So Krishna,
Yes.
see, Krishna is hungry of our bhava, our prema, our true love. He doesn't bother about it. In Bhakti Yoga, we have already seen that a person who is in Bhakti Yoga is already not bereft of all those karmkandis or jnanis or Ashtangi yogis, and they are doing. They are taking a very wrong path, but for devotees, there is no knowledge required for jnana karmadi anavratam, uncovered by jnana, speculation, philosophical knowledge, or yogas or other kind of karma. So this is the beauty of this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness, and very indeed very fortunate, Mataji, that Srila Prabhupada had made Bhagavad Gita so easy for us to understand and explain in such beautiful manner that people full Buddhas like us can also understand it.
Prabhuji, may I?
Yeah, sure.
Prabhuji, obviously the pure devotion is so sublime, is all heart.
Yeah.
But I think, the importance of the knowledge which we are getting now, or, of course, has come from Lord Krishna, cannot be ruled out, because I feel that this knowledge is reaffirming the devotion, is also giving the strength to devotion, also preventing the distraction from the path of devotion.
Very nice, Mataji. So that is why Bhakti Yoga is in between. The Gyan will come last. Now, what
Yes, yes.
knowledge is required to be firm in our devotional service, that will come in the last. Because Bhakti is the essence of everything, and essence is like you have got diamond jewelry. Now, your diamond jewelry, you don't leave it in kitchen or your drawing room or something. You keep it at the most safe place in your house, right? So
Yes.
the Bhakti Yoga has been, that is why given in the middle part of it. Otherwise, it should have been karma and jnana and bhakti. But this is Lord's design, because this is the most precious thing. Raj Vidya, Raj. It is the most confidential knowledge, the highest of the knowledge, the purest of the knowledge. Paramam idam uttamam. It is the highest knowledge. It is the most confidential, most beneficial, most modern or updated knowledge. So that is why bhakti is in the middle. And jnana will come now. We will, when we talk about chapter number 13 to 18, then all these aspects will come. 18 is summary basically, but 13 to 17 is what jnana is required for pure devotion service. That is given afterwards.
Can actually say this way, the nectar or the essence is bhakti.
Yeah.
But the process of making shahid actually, it is the amalgamation of knowledge and bhakti.
Karma. Yes, Mataji. So we are very fortunate indeed that we have this opportunity to, I mean, all of us are sitting at very different places, far off places, but Srila Prabhupada, ki jai, she has made us unite here and discuss glories of the pastime of Lord Krishna. So thank you very much, Mataji. And closing prayer, if somebody would like to say, then we
Prabhuji,
can end.
attendance
Yeah.
link.
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, attendance link is not there.
Oh, sure. No, it was shared, Mataji. I'll share it again. Just a second. I'm sorry. Now I just shared. Is it visible, Mataji? I'll share it again.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please fill in the attendance before you leave. So we shall have closing prayer now. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोट वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, and thank you very much. Dandavat pranam to all of you for taking part in giving association in today's session. Thank you. We meet tomorrow again and start with chapter number 9. Please fill the attendance before you leave. Thank you very much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.